Google strikes again. They're at it again with their shenanigans. So I got this email today, an hour ago. I wanted to make you aware of it because you should keep your eyes peeled for it too. The subject line, location extensions to be activated in Google Ads, feels really benign. It feels almost like a feature that they're activating elsewhere that has nothing to do with me. And yet, when I read, the first thing, I'm going to skip the gobbledygook and get to the good stuff. First, good news. I love that $1 trillion brand is so interested in sharing good news with me. I love that even got back past committee. So they say, we've identified a Google My Business account. It matches your ad account. We've made a link request on your behalf. So we want to link Google My Business and Google Ads for you. We're assuming that you weren't aware that that's possible, and we're doing you a favor. Cool. Up to this point, we're in good shape. However, we will automatically make the link between your accounts on June 28th, unless you opt out. That's interesting, Google. That's a little aggressively bullish. What if I don't want those accounts linked? Which, incidentally, there's a myriad of reasons that I wouldn't necessarily want to link this particular Google Ad account with this Google My Business account. They don't know the construct of my business. So, number one, although for the most part, it's probably pretty safe to say, like, okay, these two things are serving the same organizations. Let's just link them up. Fine. This is where things go crazy. After linking, location extensions will show in your ads. They're going to automatically enable location extensions in your ads. That means that when people are searching, they're going to change the extensions that are available and accessible so that the location extensions are the ones that are prioritized. And location extensions, incidentally, when relevant, are heavily prioritized. Here's the issue. Google gives me a list of 5 accounts that are subject to this particular change. Right in the email. If I scroll down, I didn't want to do that because I don't want to put my editor through the misery of blurring all that out. But I'm looking at 5 accounts. 2 of the 5, this change would benefit. We've got a tuxedo shop in a specific area that they do a lot of remote fittings and stuff. But if location extensions were added, as long as we made sure that the geographic targeting was adequate for this geo, then they could potentially be viable. And then we have a Montessori school. Cool. In both of those instances, this actually could benefit both campaigns. However, 3 of the 5, one is a home services company, one is a debt consolidation company, sort of a tangent of that, and then one is a professional services organization. All 3 of them, not only are they serving areas that are outside of their location, and you might say, well, that's not relevant because locations and extensions are not going to show, but they actually don't, it's not a come to my place and do the thing. The location extension isn't something that we want to prioritize. We don't want it there. That's why we didn't have it connected. But Google, again, knows better than we do, so it's going to submit the request for us, fine, automatically approve the request for us, fine, and then automatically change our ad copy, which this isn't like the error to end all errors, but man, this is death by 1,000 cuts. And the auto changes, if you'd have told me that this was going to happen before it actually started happening, I'd be like, that's insane. Nobody would ever greenlight that, and nobody would ever stand for it. Advertisers would go crazy. And yet here we are, just like, oh, we've made all these changes in your account, and some of the changes that Google making, incidentally, aren't even showing up in change history, which is amazing. And we're all just like, oh, well, it's that whole frog in the boiling pot of water thing. And yeah, so anyway, keep your eyes peeled because that email is coming and they might be automatically enabling location extensions for you, which could potentially help your campaign. Although I'd want to put guardrails on when and where that happens, especially given how much those extensions tend to be prioritized. But I think it's interesting how aggressive Google is. It's okay if they send a notification saying, hey, this isn't enabled. We think it should be because of these reasons. Here's the data that supports this assertion. You can, improve visibility, increase ad size, improve conversion rate, click-through rate, whatever. They could talk about the local signals, offline actions, whatever. Like there's a bunch of reasons to do this, and I understand that. I don't think it's bad wholesale, but the fact that they're making changes for us, changes that are active and impact the amount of money that you spend, especially not knowing, how could they know the business? How could they know? It's a machine. So that's all I got. Shoot a video a day, like, comment, subscribe, share, do the thing. You know how YouTube works. I'll see you next time.